the show. Let's meet our panel first. She is a comedian, and then some, and a writer-producer on Seinfeld. And my old friend Carol Leifer is right over here. Hey, baby. How are you? Glad you finally made it.
I know. Long time.
All right, he played keyboards for The Doors and has a new laser disc out called The Doors Collection. Ray Manzarek, right over here. Hey, Ray.
All right, Bill.
Thank you. All right, he is an award-winning author whose classic, I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream, is out on... Sorry you didn't think of that title, aren't you? Out on CD-ROM. Harlan Ellison!
I'm watching you hug him. I figured I needed that.
Yeah, boy.
Little
I got
bonding.
last week by Jay Thomas. It's a town of gay dads. All right. And finally, a Hollywood legend who, along with his ex-wife, Alana, co-hosts the nationally syndicated George and Alana Show, George Hamilton. Hello, Squire. How are you? Thank you for not hugging me. Sit right down. All right, what an eclectic panel we have here today. You look fantastic, as do the rest of you.
I'm waxed. I'm totally waxed. I'm hermetically sealed.
Well, I want to talk about comebacks today because it's really been a week of comebacks. I mean, Clinton, his State of the Union speech got rave reviews, and he is, of course, the comeback kid. Magic Johnson.
He's on court now as we speak.
He's what?
He's on court now as we speak.
Clinton?
Yes. Yes, it's amazing. Very few people know he's a power forward.
Right. Actually, yes, Magic Johnson playing again. And also, I thought this was the most amazing rehabilitation I've ever seen. Vanessa Williams, did you see the Super Bowl? I guess everybody did.
Yes.
Now, I have no problem.
I thought that was Diana Ross in the Super Bowl.
No.
Did I miss something?
Oh, that was Michael Jackson.
Is that who? And then he flew off.
No, she did the halftime show, but Vanessa Williams sang the national anthem. Now, I never had a problem with Vanessa Williams. I mean, those pictures in Penthouse, that was my idea of the American dream. I mean, I thought that was terrific. But, I mean, people were incensed what she did 10 years ago.
It was a bum rap right from the get-go. I mean, she didn't do anything. She won fair and square. There wasn't anything she did wrong.
She was tongue in a dike, Ray. I mean, Harlan.
She didn't run for office.
I know, but when they introduced her at the Super Bowl, they said, "To honor America." And 10 years ago, they were saying she was dishonoring America.
Shows you how far we come.
Comeback, I think. I mean, you know, what's the big deal with a woman being naked? You know?
Here, here. Here, here.
Right.
Or there.
I mean, if a man is naked, like Burt Reynolds, it resurrects, you know, his career in Cosmo.
Yeah, but he wasn't tonguing somebody.
He was wearing pantyhose.
Wait a minute, who was tonguing?
Did you ever see...
Vanessa Redgrave was tonguing somebody?
Not Redgrave.
Wasn't it Diana Ross on...
No.
She was what? Who? What was Diana doing?
No, the pictures in Penthouse 10 years ago were, I mean, the big upcry was not just that she was naked, which a lot of, you know, beauty queens have done, but that she was with another girl. I loved it. I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying... Comebacks, America, what is the story? What do you have to do?
There were three sets of them. There were three sets of these pictures. There was the set with the girl, but there was a set with someone else and another set. There were three different times, as I understand it. So, you remember that, huh?
No, I don't.
And what happened is that they came back to haunt her, like the ones that are going to come back to haunt me with Shelley Winters.
That's an image I don't even want to think of that.
I figure I might as well just say it. I mean, it's going to emerge, or well, she'll emerge somewhere along the line. Yeah, we'll know. I mean, Shelley Winters it was a fantasy for me then, and
Shelley Winters was quite a hot tamale.
Oh yeah,
hot tamale.
At one point.
But the converse is not true for men. I mean, if a man's naked, you know, it's not a big deal because to see a man naked is very easy, you know? I mean...
Well, why is that?
Basically, all you got to do is ask them.
We do that. We like to do that. We want women to say to us, you know, let's make love. You know, that's all we want. That's what we want.
Would you like to make love?
After the show...
George will take the pictures.
Yeah.
Me, you, and Shelley Winters. What do you say?
Go for Diana Ross.
Yeah.
The worst rehabilitation of them all was the monster Nixon.
Nixon, good example.
Oh,
yes.
he's what a putz. I mean, I've always said that the worst thing about America is not that we're greedy or that we can be really stupid. It's that we don't hold a grudge long enough.
This is what I'm asking about.
He made every American ashamed to be an American, and then thousands go and walk past his catafalque as if he were beatified. It made my blood curdle.
I hate to beatify a catafalque.
But I don't get it. They hold a grudge against Nixon really a long time, and not so long for Marion Barry.
And another good example, yes.
Now, Marion Barry, that was a fast turnaround, and he did inhale. We saw that. Did we not?
He did. All right, I have to take a break. We will be back with more of the same. We're talking about the American propensity for rehabilitation of people. What about some people who need rehabilitation? Do you think Michael Jackson,
Is he still around?
He is still around.
Didn't he go to the American Music Awards with some blonde woman?
He went to the Oscars with Madonna.
Yeah. No, but recently, since Lisa Marie. Still trying to,
Oh.
Yeah, I like chicks.
Yeah.
Does anybody really believe that?
I don't know. I don't think at this point. But
at any point?
When that thing at the DuPont estate happened, I kept thinking, Michael Jackson must be going wrestling on the compound. Why didn't I think of that? I have a bunch of boys wrestling. Yeah, I'm a wrestling supporter. That's it.
Yes. Young man.
Do you think he could ever
wrestle? No.
If they get him in that nose hole, then it'll be just all over.
No.
Oh, God.
Bill. Ooh.
Yeah.
He has a lot. I think the problem in America is that when we see both sides of the story, we have a tendency to be kind about it. And I think the only thing we've seen is like a movie about his life, as and they. Oh, I'm better now. The Electra. Oh, that Electra. The Jackson 5, and that was about it. Sometimes the pacemaker stops, and when you're an older guy, you got to get it going. So I feel better after that show with my ex-wife today. Oh yeah. But I think that if you there's a level playing field, they'll see his side of the situation. I don't know. I think he needs help. I think he needs serious help. I think this boy has got unresolved childhood issues. We know that. But there are a lot of stars that have that over the years, and we need to understand it, and he has to deal with it.
But he has done the media. He went on. Remember, he did that Oprah thing where she went out to the ranch and said he's a normal guy. And
those tough questions from Diane
Sawyer.
Normal guy.
Explain to me why I have to worry about the childhood problems of someone who has more money than Croesus. I don't understand that.
Well, the money isn't the issue here. The money just made it even worse. I mean, gave him the ability to do that with some ability of plausible deniability.
Why else have money? If you can't indulge yourself, why bother having money? It's like power. If you're not going to give it to your friends and be nepotic about it, why the hell go for it? Because it's just a pain in the tuchus.
He may have to give away a lot of it. He's given away quite a few million, I hear.
So you're saying if you have money, then you should be free to indulge yourself with boys?
I didn't say boys. What boys? Where came boys? Where comes boys?
What comes boys? Have you been following the story?
No, but I didn't say boys. What I said is, if you're going to go to all the trouble of making all that money,
right?
What are you? If you're not going to give it to starving children in Albania, then spend it on yourself. That's what it's for.
Right. He's been giving 20 and 30 million away to starving boys in L.A.
Yeah.
Well, this makes I get really crazy about this. I mean, here's like the woman who tied her kids into the back seat of the car and ran them into a lake.
Yes.
And everybody beats their breast about this one. Oh, she had, her mother locked her in the basement when she was a kid. Lock her in the basement for about 10,000 years. Michael Jackson, whatever his peccadillos may be, they're his own if he can afford to pay for them and people are schmucking up to go for them. Hey.
Boy.
I got to go with that. I don't know
What
what
a
it means.
vocabulary on this guy.
The picadillos. I don't. Can I have the crab cakes instead?
I can go back.
I don't know what the picadillos
What are you,
are.
some sort of a
small
writer?
pig. It runs in the.
Well, what about Magic Johnson? He is back. So that's a very big
I
controversy.
don't get it. When I read it, I got the idea that because of the HIV, whether it was blown or full blown or not, that he had to give up because it's a strenuous sport. But has he blown that off? Has he been able to make it work? I mean, why is he going back to the
Apparently,
game?
there's been a big education. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
No, go.
There's apparently been a big educational push that has been done in the NBA, so that the people that he was going to be playing with, who were at one time worried about, gee, I'm going to get cut and I'm going to catch, get AIDS, now understand that the threat is not as serious as that, and they're willing to give him a chance. And he's one of the greatest.
I
players
didn't
of all
mean the
time.
threat of contaminating others. I meant the
His
physical.
problem.
His physical.
Yes, his
Yeah.
physical problem. Isn't that
Right.
some sort of handicap?
He's HIV positive.
He's HIV
yeah,
positive.
he doesn't have AIDS.
But does not the immune system get run down by doing a lot of exercise with that kind of stress? Wouldn't you want to take it easy? I'd like to go on a holiday if I had that. I mean, I would, huh?
Right.
His biggest problem is 27 pounds overweight.
That's a good point. I hope what it does is educates people to the fact that you can, be HIV positive
And lead a normal life.
and lead a more than a normal life, be a star in the NBA. We will come back, talk about this. We got to take a break.
If you'd like to be a member of our studio audience, call 213-852-2655.
Yeah, we were talking about comebacks and rehabilitation, and this is the week to do it. Magic Johnson is back in the NBA. We were conjecturing about what his motivation was. Now, some people have said, they won't say it on other shows, but this is politically incorrect, that he just needs the adulation, that he needs the NBA spotlight, and that's why he's doing it. And also, I've heard many times from people that he still likes the ladies.
He's like a firehouse horse, man. He hears the bell and he wants to run. I mean, if you're that good at something, not to do it has got to kill you. Absolutely.
But isn't it amazing that women would still be willing? But I have to say, same thing with O.J. O.J. Simpson, even during the trial, they did polls. Women, I find him very attractive. Oh, yes. Oh, he's cute. Oh, he's good looking. How could he have done it?
Well, isn't the point to wear a condom? Isn't that what it's all about? If Magic is wearing a condom, what's the problem?
You mean you'd do it with someone who had AIDS if they had a condom on?
A woman? If I had a condom
Anybody.
on, or a man.
think
Are you
that-
talking about women or men here?
You must think condoms...
Come on,
You'd
Bill.
have this thing with the boys, so we want to get straight
Right.
here.
Let's
before-
get off of that.
Yeah, gay dads.
Let's get hetero.
But to say that he's going back,
Would I? Yes. If I had a condom.
Ray, condoms have like a 98% effectiveness rate.
That's true. That's true.
Thought of that a little
Pretty
late,
good.
did you?
No. 98's pretty good. 98's pretty good.
So in other words, if you walked into a room and every time you switch on the light, 2 out of 100 times you'd die, you'd do it.
It's a good question. Bill.
Now, who do you think's a bigger risk to date, Magic or O.J.?
If you're a tall, leggy blonde, O.J., otherwise the rest of the planet.
I see. Carol, you're on the dating scene.
well, let's see. O.J. Magic. O.J. Magic. We got my head sliced off, or... no, but I think to say that Magic's going back to basketball, to maybe get some good basketball chooky is really to demean, the man's talent. And
I'm just saying it's all part of that NBA scene. I mean, that's how we got, let's face it, that's how we got it in the first place. I mean, I said this years ago, that when he went on the cover of Time magazine and said it could happen to anybody, it could, anybody who's had 10,000 women.
Actually, we find your comments beneath.
You've had more than 10,000 women. How'd you avoid this?
I have, but I can't remember. It seems like the first time now. It's amazing how the clock spins, and you just, it's old-timers hit you, and it's sort of a Reagan-esque type of thing. I look at a girl, and it's the first time again.
Even Shelley Winters?
No, Shelley Winters is not the first time. No, we're talking Alestra.
You've mentioned Lester a couple of times. Yeah. I know why it's on your mind. It's on everyone's mind. It's in the news. If you don't know what Alestra is, it is the fat substitute, which they have just, the FDA has just approved. And now, believe me, folks, I don't get any pleasure out of using the phrase anal leakage.
oh, come on, just a little bit, Bill.
let me use it now while I can. Yeah.
Could we have another reading on the phrase?
I just think it is nature's revenge that they get this substance and they put it in your body, and because it goes, the fat is not absorbed, but they have one little side effect: it leaks out your ass.
It's not only anal leakage, it's intestinal cramping and, diarrhea, but, let me tell you something, to women, I mean, this kind of stuff, if cancer is not a deterrent on a package of Sweet and Low, anal leakage to a woman is, frankly a pleasure at this point. If you're thin, we're used to this, suffering to look good.
But what if you're at a party or...
a bowl of chips. You're at a party. You have a few chips.
The dip's on me.
And the dip's on George.
Yeah. It depends. Bill Depends now is going to have a whole new market.
Sure.
You obviously haven't been watching June Allison's commercials. I mean, it takes care of all that.
So I guess the question is, what price to look good?
Yeah.
George?
Yeah, well, I have used it. I make no bones about it, I draw the line in certain things. and if you've got Magic Johnson, you've got OJ and anal leakage here.
This is one of the least attractive shows you've done this season. I want you to know that.
These are three things that I don't know. I don't know of those three which I would go for, really.
But there are other...
Is Alestra still on?
But there are people who would say that, you've got the great tan, but what
How
about...
did I do it?
But what about the cancer risk that involves?
Well, that's another show. I mean, let's not get into a heavy subject now.
But don't you think we all pick our poisons and are willing to make those kind of trade-offs?
I've been using Alestra on my face for years.
Yes, ma'am, go ahead.
I think it's unnecessary. I mean, why don't people think about having maybe 8 or 10 chips, regular chips, and then shutting their big fat mouth?
Yes, well, it's amazing the way people think scientists can cure all our problems. If you weigh 1,000 pounds, science is the answer. Don't stop eating. We have to take a break. We'll be right back. We are back, but only have time to say goodnight. Thank you, Ray Manzarek, George Hamilton, Harlan, Ellison, Carol Leifer. We will see you tomorrow night with Kevin Rooney, Letitia Baldridge, Michael Reagan, and Joe Walsh. Thanks, folks.